Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad where we get together and we make a card. Today's card is this fun little flower stand-up card, and it even has this cute little hidden stamps of the leaves on the inside, which is so easy. And stand-up cards are so fantastic because they display so nice, yet they're so easy to make. Now, what do we need to make this card? Let me share that with you. We need, this one is called the Royal Stand-Ups that I designed for Sizzix. We're also going to use the leaves. Now, if you have leaves from another set, you can use any leaves, but I'm using the leaves from my basic stand-up set because I figure most people have that one. I'm also going to be using the flowers to doodle and the dies that match. And for the inside, I'm going to be using Friends Forever leaf set. And I have guava and green apple and I think, oh, and I even have some storm ink. Are you ready? Why do I have this here? Trash. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is I always start with my base because then I have my foundation to start with. So I have a big piece of paper here, 8.5 by 11. And the easiest way to trim this is just to lay that cutting pad down and trim it. Now I know this is the perfect size to go through the machine. And it's the perfect size to cut out my base. So I'm gonna lay that down. Oh, and here's another tip. I just noticed, and I do this all the time without talking about it, so I try to always talk about it when I do it. You can see my cutting pad, and I hope you can really see it. You can see it, but when I do this, see how it moves? It goes down. That means it's starting to bow a little or turn into a bowl a little. See how it's moving? All I do is flip that over, and it's not, and now it doesn't move, and it's gonna start to flatten, okay? So I'm gonna get my cardstock and I'm going to get my die out. I'm also gonna get out the large layering piece and one of the other, oh, I don't even need that one. I just need these two. Okay, so first we're going to die cut this. Now I'm gonna go a little bit at an angle. I don't wanna go straight through the machine because that'll create a speed bump and this blade will, the roller will jump over that blade. So I wanna go ever so slightly at an angle. Not very much, stay on your platform, but just ever so slightly on an angle. That way I will get a better cut. So we're gonna run that through. Then we're gonna also die cut this layering piece, just like that. I love that crunch sound because it's supposed to happen. Do you hear it? It's supposed to happen and it tells you that it's cutting. There's so much pressure in this machine that the blade has to go somewhere, so it goes into the cutting pad. So here I have my die card base, and I'm just gonna put this off to the side. Now I'm gonna die cut a couple more things. I'm gonna die cut the layering piece that comes in the kit. I'm also going to die cut the large flower. So I'm just gonna grab this out. And it looks like I didn't clean this the last time I used it, so I'll just get my handy, ooh, lots of times I didn't clean it after I used it. Bad, bad. Okay, so we'll get that. Clean that up a little. And we're gonna die cut this. And let me think to make sure, well, we need to die cut some leaves. So let's get some leaves out. I always like to save time running through the machine, so I always try to die cut everything I need. So we're gonna need 2 leaves, so let's get some leaves out of here. And it looks like I only have 1 leaf right now, so what we're gonna do, check this out. Because I'm lazy, I just tore it. And we're gonna do 2 at the same time. There's no score lines there that we don't have to worry about, so we can just run 2 through at the same time. So now we're gonna lay that down and we're gonna have all that ran through. And then next what we're gonna do is we are going to stamp one of our flowers and then die cut it. And we're gonna stamp in guava, my favorite color. I don't know if you knew this, but I like the color pink. I crack myself up. Oh, and people always say, why does Ken not laugh? Well, number one is he's gone. I don't know where he went. When he doesn't have to record, when he doesn't have to time me for the 30-second card, he usually leaves. But somebody asked one time, how come we never hear Ken laugh at your funny jokes? And first of all, I think I'm funny, but whatever. But I said, well, you know, we've been married, we've been married 26 years, we've been together 30 years, and it's no longer funny to him. You know, he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so, but I still make myself laugh. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to stamp this little flower, and this one has been used, so we don't have to worry about stamping on scratch paper. And I want to make sure I have this the right, yeah, okay. So we're going to ink this baby up, and we're going to stamp it there. Perfect. That was a little dirty, so this stamp must have been a little dirty. Let's do one more. There we go, that one's prettier. So now what we're going to do is we're going to die cut that. We're going to lay it over here, and we're going to line this die up. Now, sometimes people always say, oh, Stephanie, it doesn't line up, it doesn't line up. Look, it doesn't line up, it doesn't line up. It doesn't line up, it doesn't line up. Oh, it lines up. That happens all the time in classes. You can't make this stuff up. Trust me, it lines up. Just give it a second. I have the giggles today. I'm cracking myself up. Okay, so now we have that cute little guy, but we want to add a little bit more interest to this because it's just not as exciting as it could be. So we need to get some scratch paper, and we will use my checklist of videos I'm supposed to do. And we will get my guava ink. Guava, 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 red, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, guava, guava. Okay. And you always want to use littler ink pads when you're doing your blending. Why? Because if I were to take my guava ink pad and use my blender, this has fuzz on it sometimes. And if my fuzz gets on my nice big stamp ink pads, then when I go to stamp it, it's gonna leave that little fuzz, and then it's gonna get on my stamps, and then I'm gonna cry because it's not gonna give me a good image, and then I'm not gonna be happy, and then, you don't want that to happen. So you wanna use a little ink pad, and we're just gonna start on the edge and just kind of go around. Just to add, I'm telling you, I am getting more and more into this ink blending stuff. I tell you. And I'm even gonna add a little to this one, because it's just too fun. You can't go wrong with pink. Okay. Okay, so now we have that. And I need to give it a little bit more right here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to add a foam square to the back of this because we want to pop that baby up. And we're gonna actually even pop up this baby. Okay, so let's move this off, move that off, get that out of here. Now, let's put our card together. Here we have our card base. Oh, come here. Oh, you know what? We need to stamp here in the corner, thanks. So let's grab the thanks from this one. Ooh. And we're doing this in Storm ink. We want to find a smaller block. There's a smaller block. Ooh, cat hair, nice. My cat loves to hang out on my desk. You should, and she's a, Cheerio is, I don't know if this is new or not. Cheerio is a Himalayan, and she has a ton of hair. She has more, well, she's 12 pounds and the dog's only 5.5. But she has a ton of hair, and it gets everywhere. And we think Ken might be allergic to her. We've had her forever, but we think the doctor said he has allergies now, which he didn't always have. So we don't know. And he's kind of hoping it's the cat because he's not a fan of the cat. So we don't know. Of course, we'll never get rid of her. Our daughter would disown us if we did. So I'll just have to like not let her in our bedroom or something, which of course her favorite place to sleep is our bedroom, so that doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna add this flower. Let's do it right there. And where did my leaves go? I had my little hair there. You know what? And you can't just ink just one or two things here. You gotta ink more. So we're going to grab this, and we're gonna get our green apple, red, orange, yellow, green apple. Ooh, this one looks messy. Okay, so let's just add, hope this is kiwi. Uh-oh. Well, this will look fun. We're just gonna do a little tiny bit because this is the wrong green. I should have grabbed kiwi. Let's do one in green apple and one in kiwi so you can see the difference. So that's the green apple. Green apple's a little darker than kiwi. Now the color of the cardstock there though is kiwi. So I want you to see kiwi too in action. It's contaminated. Oh, wrong color. Scare myself here. Uh-oh, where's my kiwi? Oh Oh my goodness, where is my kiwi? Somebody has been in here because this is the only thing I care about, and I make sure it's always in the right spot. Oh, no kiwi. Well, there might be a little on this. I cannot believe I'm so devastated. Okay, so there should be a little ink on. Yeah, there's enough on here. So you just, this stuff takes forever to soak up, so I can get a little on there. I do not know what happened to my kiwi. I want to know who was in here. Okay, so now, my kids used to always come in here, but when my kids come in here, you can tell because the place is a mess afterwards. So I can always tell when they're in here. Now I know it wasn't them because this place was not that messy. So we're gonna add one there. And we're gonna add one there. And we're gonna add this little girl on top. I almost said guy, but it's pink, so I said girl. And then we're gonna decorate the inside. Don't forget, we have more to do. Look at that, look how much that added to it. So there's my flower. Oh, let's add this little guy. Do, 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 do. Oh my word, changes the game, doesn't it? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stamp the inside. So we're gonna get this. This is Friends Forever. And we're just going to use the outline part. Oh, brand new. Ah, yummy. Whoops. You go back. You don't get to come out today. Okay, you stay right there. Okay, so let's get this guy on a big block. I hope this block's big. Perfect. Whoops. There we go. And let's get some green ink, brand new, so we want to stamp onto scratch first. Oh, I just totally got that all over. What a goober. Okay, so stamp. Oh my gosh, that's a, I mean, whoops, I'm sorry, I almost said bad word. That guy's a Juicy Lucy one. Dang. Must be a brand new one. So never pound that much like I just did. Luckily, I have my secret weapon to protect me. Okay, so now we're just going to lightly tap, 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 especially when it's a brand new ink pad. And we are going to stamp, but off the edges a little. So we're going to kind of just add it like this. So we're gonna do one there. See, now with my secret weapon, even though my whole stamp is a mess, see how my whole stamp is a mess? With my secret weapon, I just get beautiful. Beautiful, because it's the secret weapon. Hence the name Secret Weapon. Imagine trying to bring something into the country called Secret Weapon. Yeah, it's not easy. They wanted me to change the name and I refused because I've always called it the Secret Weapon. Ever since, like forever. Look at that, isn't it fantastic? Okay, so we're gonna give that to somebody to clean. Ken's not here, what are we gonna do? Okay, now we're gonna let that dry for a second because we know that one's Juicy Lucy, and we're gonna get our cute little ribbon. And we are going to tie this in a bow. Now, when we do a bow, we want to do a loop like we normally would if we were tying our shoe. Normally, we'd go in front to make this bow, but we want it to be a pretty bow. So we want to go behind, and we're going to fold this ribbon with our thumb right here. See how I'm folding it in half? And I'm going to grab it, grab that fold, and pull. And then I'm going to fix the legs to make it a pretty bow. See? My mom taught me much, but the most important thing she taught me was how to make a bow. Trust me, it's true. Okay, so now we're going to add scissors, trim that off, and look at that. Now, we need to add our little belly button up. So here's our little belly button notch, pull that up. Now, when we put our card together like this, look, see how it does that? It sometimes doesn't stay in the notch. What does that mean? Oh no, nothing bad. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna use a bone folder, or we're gonna use the edge of a block and really score that halfway mark. Now when we do it, dun, 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 isn't that fantastic? Look at the card we just made. It was so much fun. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad. Join me again next week so we can make another card. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.